Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another video, a different video. If you guys have seen Deadpool, you guys will basically know that there are a bunch of Easter eggs, fourth wall breaks, references to other movies within comics and outside of comics, etc., etc. So yeah, I basically found this article or articles, so to speak, in which he basically noted just about every single Deadpool Easter egg reference, etc. So yeah, now some of these I noticed myself while watching the movie. Some of these I didn't realize until I saw it right here. So yeah, and I think for a movie such as Deadpool, I think it's important to point out every single Easter egg there was. So yeah, sorry about that. So Deadpool, 100 Easter eggs, in jokes, and references. So yeah, so there's an honorable mention. There's no highlight on the X in Fox, and this one I didn't really understand at first. But apparently it's become tradition for in the X-Men films that the X in Fox stay lit for a second. However, Deadpool was like, fuck that, so they kind of didn't light it up. So I didn't really understand that one, but okay. That one was pretty interesting, actually. Sorry if it goes a little bit slow. Okay. Now, 100, a coffee cup honors the creator. So, Rob Liefeld, there is a coffee cup at the beginning of the movie that says Rob L. So, Rob Liefeld. And they reference Rob Liefeld a bit throughout the movie. Even in the canteen at the bar, which we'll get into later on, there's a part where some guy says "fuck Liefeld," and it turns out to be Rob Liefeld who says that. In that same title sequence, there's Green Lantern, a Green Lantern photo, a reference to Ryan Reynolds being Green Lantern. So, yeah. So there's that. Ryan Reynolds is the sexiest man alive. There's two of them. The magazines showed Ryan Reynolds as the sexiest man alive, and then there's another one which I believe they say in this article as well, that there's another one of Hugh Jackman who portrays Wolverine, who is sexiest man alive in an article. So yeah, and then there's also a Hello Kitty lip balm in the spinning card at the beginning. There's the Hello Kitty lip balm. For those who don't understand it, what is this shit? For those who don't understand it, sorry, let me just mute this just in case. For those who don't understand it, the Twitter account for Deadpool basically shows, or it only follows Hello Kitty, so it just points to the fact that Deadpool really likes Hello Kitty, so hence why I just took Hello Kitty lip balm. Okay, so next up we have, what else do we have? Okay, from 96 to 86, basically all the in jokes, the opening credits. And here's basically the full list. It says, let me just read this. Okay, there's a lot of cool stuff in the opening credits, but nothing is better than the joke list of the cast and crew credits that send up the movie, superhero films, and the industry in general. Here's the full list. Some douchebags film, which is, I guess, Fox. I guess you could say it's Fox, or Tim Miller in a sense. But yeah. Then God's perfect idiot, Ryan Reynolds, a hot chick, Marina Baccarin, a British villain, Ed Skrein, a comic relief, T.J. Miller, a moody teen, Brianna Hildenberg, an entirely CGI character, Stefan Kapik, and gratuitous cameo, Stan Lee, produced by a bunch of asshats, Lawrence Schuler, Donner, Simon Kinberg, Ryan Reynolds. So yeah, God's Perfect Idiot produced this as well. Written by the real heroes, Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, which they, come to think of it, they also did Zombieland. They did Zombieland as well. So yeah, and real gods, heroes, and directed by some overpaid tool, Tim Miller. So yeah. That was great, actually. Next up, what else do we have? 85, he has an Adventure Time watch, so that was pretty funny. Yeah, with Wade's childlike view. So basically, how did they explain it here? One particular trait that of Deadpool the filmmakers have really pushed is its childlike nature because it makes some of the film's more extreme elements palatable to a mass audience. This gets a rather explicit reference with Wade's tape player, which has a crude name label stuck on the masking tape, saying simply Wade. As he fully embraced the Deadpool persona, by this point there's something particular humorous for that. So just the fact that he has Wade here, so okay, I guess. Um, sure, I guess. Yeah, some of these Easter eggs aren't really that good in my opinion. Some of them are really clever. Some of them are like this, or they're like whatever. Shoot by Salt and Pepper was released the same year as Deadpool had his own miniseries. So on the walkie-talkie, we hear Shoot by Salt and Pepper, and that came out the same year as the first Deadpool comic. So that was pretty good. In '93. Oh crap! I don't care for this. Did you get fired? I don't give a shit about this. How do you exit this? Next. Again, sorry if there's ads or whatever. Not gonna lie, I wish this went faster. Rhymes with Polverine, pretty obvious. Um, so yeah, pretty obvious with that one. A recreation of the leaked footage. So yeah, and back in 2014 Comic Con, they kind of leaked this footage, and they're basically saying, yeah, this is basically the same footage you got in live action. So yeah, then there's the Batman thing. They have two Batman jokes in the movie. One, apparently, when he's banging his head, you hear the Batman theme from like the 1960s, 60s, where it goes no 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 or something like that. On the radio, I didn't hear it, so okay. But then there's another one where he's talking about Big Al and how she's like his gay Robin to his Batman. So yeah, which I think they show it here later on. So that was pretty cool. Like, even DC didn't get off easily. I mean, we knew that by Green Lantern, but they really didn't get off easily. Okay, so the roads also named after some of the creators. There's a Liefeld. It doesn't show in this picture, but there's a Liefeld Street. So again, more of that Rob Liefeld. And then there's a he says the street right here and a Fabian Road. So more hints towards the creators. Pretty cool. Miller Street. Miller the director. So yeah. The visual effects coordinator that's in on the act as well. So I guess more people named in the and here somewhere here there's supposed to be like a Parker Street. Yeah, Parker Boulevard. Here they show it here, and Peter Parker. So yeah, so the streets being named after people from production or comics or comic book characters. Is basically what these are for. 12 bullets of Christmas. So yeah, 12 gifts of 12 days of Christmas, 12 bullets of Christmas. Uh, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's pretty obvious. Um, Xavier's school appears several times, and yeah, and they make a reference here. Um, Teenage Warhead refers to X-Men Apocalypse, how the school explodes or gets destroyed like every 3 years or something like that. So yeah, and then there's the X-Jet, the X-Mansion. I don't know if they say it here, but there's also one where Deadpool says, I always come here and it's a big mansion. I only ever see two of you. It's like the studio didn't have enough money to pay for more extras, and that was actually partially true due to the fact that they actually took out money out of this movie. Like they gave it a lot of money. They took out a couple $1 billion. So yeah, they did kind of take out money. Next up, the time jump mimics comic book style. So some similar things coming from comics, the way it's made. Sister Margaret nods to an obscure comic book character. So what is this specifically? Let me see. In the movie, Weasel's bars call Sisters Margaret. Obviously, it's a bit ironic title that there's nothing holy about the place. It also doubles as a reference to an obscure comic character as the same name. A badass known Sister Margaret appears in the future set X-Men 2099 as a member of the humorously named Sisterhood of the Howling Commandos. Okay. Again, more Rob Liefeld stuff. Okay, is it just me? Very fast, but is it just me or does Rob Liefeld kind of look like Matt Damon? So yeah, more stuff on Rob. See, fuck Liefeld, and he's one of the patrons at the bar. So yeah, I don't know. He kind of looks like Matt Damon for me, or to me. So yeah. Next up, Wade's passes a direct quote from Origins Wolverine, where he says he's gone to a lot of places. So the travel to far dark places, meet new and exciting people, and kill them. He's actually quoting the Origins version of the characters verbatim. So yeah, more of his past. The Deadpool honors and twists the comics. How he got his name. Um, in the show, in the movie, in the bar, there's a dead pool or like a board with people who are set to possibly die within the upcoming weeks, who people bet against in the upcoming weeks who they think is gonna die. In the comics, it's after he gets into the Project X or Weapon X program, and people just bet on which mutant is set to live. So they kind of alter the way he gets his name, but yeah. Here, Fat Gandalf is actually Bullet. So first off, Fat Gandalf, it's Lord of the Rings, and then the character of Fat Gandalf in the movie is supposed to be this character called Bullet. Uh, yeah, we are introduced to the Deadpool when Wade tries to get a character known as only a buck killed. Well, in the movie, the only other name he goes by is Fat Gandalf. This character appears to be a movie version of Bullet, a covert government agent, and once Deadpool's villain, who later fought the X-Force, hence how he can appear here, as well as having the same profession, both having a similar build. So they basically say, these two are kind of similar, so that's why they may be the same character. Pretty cool. Let's see, is this loading? Nope. Yes, please. Now, go. The extended Voltron Defender of the Universe gag. Um, yeah. His first date with Vanessa, Wade gets a ball, falls in a hole, and wins Skate-Ball. Apparently, this is supposed to be a metaphor as how he teams up with Colossus and Necrosonic later on in the end of the film. Star Wars, The Empire, Confusion. What's the real name of the movies? Is it called Star Wars or Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope? Is it called Empire Strikes Back or Star Wars Episode 5: Empire Strikes Back? So, yeah, bit by a radioactive Sharpay, not towards Spider-Man and a radioactive spider. Um, yeah. The fake Deadpool toy. So there's a toy in one of the scenes, and the mirror is the image of the X-Men Origins Deadpool. So that's what they're talking about there. Say anything as long as it's Careless Whispers. Wham, make it big. What's this movie called? What the fuck is this movie called? Does it say here? Say anything, yeah. Or, So this song, one of the songs from Wham was in Say Anything, and he makes a reference towards Say Anything that he's gonna be standing out with a boombox. So pretty funny. That was a pretty good scene. Agent Smith, a nod towards Matrix. So how he kind of looks like Hugo Weaving in a sense, and what they're trying to do. Taking reference is very involved. How calling him a bad dad, terrible dad, and careless and stuff. Liam Neeson. So yeah. The Colossus' costume is an advancement from the last one he wore from the Last Stand. So yeah, I mean here he's bigger. He has bigger build here. He's kind of skinnier. So yeah. Heaven's Gate. What is this? He compares X-Men to Heaven's Gate. Don't worry, you're not actually going to have to sit through a full hour of Michael Cimino's pretentious romp to understand stuff. So, video game reference, I believe so. Deadpool inadvertently references Kitty Pryde. Yeah, he feels sorry for Colossus' wife, which is a roundabout reference to Shadowcat, although probably not the Ellen Page version. McAvoy or Stewart. Uh, after literally crippling fight, Colossus says he's going to take Deadpool to the professor. To which he basically says McAvoy or Stewart. No obvious nod towards the two of them who have played Charles Xavier. However, he not just acknowledges the two X-Men timelines. He says basically says, McAvoy or Stewart, which one? I get confused with the timelines. Then right after that, he references 127 hours. He says, "Have you ever seen 127 hours or whatever?" Uh, spoilers and yeah, sadistic as shit. Um, Colossus was like, really? Please don't make the super suit green or animate. We saw this one at the trailer, obviously Green Lantern. Um, Miro is in the Weapon X lab. So Miro is a comic book character from the X-Men X Factor series, and she kind of appears in the Weapon X um, scenes. So yeah, he referenced to Cyclops and the Hulk and Basil Fawlty. He's trying to guess Ajax's name, and he just basically reels off a couple guesses. He says Scott and Bruce. Um, you know, Scott knows and Bruce Banner. I forget this kid's name. Scott Summers. Um, he got this Basil Fawlty. Fawlty Towers, I believe. Right. And don't make us so your mouth shut. My lips are sealed. So they kind of had a running gag where the guy Ajax says, "Don't make us sew your mouth shut," and Deadpool's like, "You wouldn't like that. It'd be bad." And then throughout the movie, he says, "Say my name," and he just shuts up for some reason. Ajax says, "Say my name," which is Francine, by the way. And for some reason, the merc with the mouth decides to shut up. It was a pretty decent gag, to say the least. Those pesky metal bars. So there's a point in the movie where he's impaled by a metal rebar, reference to what happened in Days of Future Past with Wolverine. So when he's trying to think of a name for himself, when Wade Wilson's trying to think of a name for himself, he says Scared Devil and Captain Deadpool, reference to Captain America and Daredevil. So yeah. And then franchise material. He basically goes off on a tirade. What's franchise material? There's, basically more breaking and forth about what is considered a franchise material situation, I guess. So that was pretty funny, actually. Revenge reversal. And see, movie's main plot deals with Deadpool and action revenge on all those involved in Weapon X and hunting Francis, which is pretty direct parallel to the character's relationship in the comics, except the roles are reversed. Early on in the original Deadpool comic, Francis was a vengeful subject who returned years later with a new title, slowly picking off those who wronged him and built up to Pool. This character's altercation is directly referenced when, at the start, Ajax is derogatorily called a mutant by his boss, despite never being one originally. So basically on their origins. The Deadpool rap. When Deadpool the game was released, video game rapper Team Headkick made a very special song to honor the Mark of Mouth. The Deadpool rap proved so popular that it makes a full appearance in the film. I actually didn't see that one, so okay. Storm Shadow. One of the outfits he tries out is really reminiscent of Storm Shadow, so that's why it's all white, so it's pretty funny. Here it is, the Batman and Gay Robin joke that I was talking about earlier. Blade 2 Midnight Scene. So Ryan Reynolds was in Blade, in Blade 2, I assume. He was in one of the Blade movies, so they're basically referencing how this scene kind of mirrors the one from Blade 2, which, again, what's his face? Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 2, or Blade 3. He was in one here. Blade Trinity, sorry, I haven't. Stanley cameo number 24. Come on, come on, in the strip club. Gratuitous cameo. Bum, 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 boom, boom. Okay, so next up, Go Getter Tiger. Spider-Man reference. No, Deadpool figurines are in blind house apartments. One, two, three. There's three figurines that you could catch. The Advent calendar. I don't even see it. I don't even see it here to be honest. So it's somewhere here on this wall. I guess somewhere here. So yeah, the sexiest man alive is now Hugh Jackman, as I discussed before. Let's see. Ajax base is a helicarrier. This one's interesting to be honest because I mean, I guess this proves that the MCU is connected to the X-Men series because they say it's the same helicarrier. It's the exact same helicarrier from the Avengers. So, or Avengers Age of Avengers, either the first one or the second one. They say it's the exact same one. So that leads me to believe. So Deadpool and the X-Men universe are in the same universe as the MCU. By that logic, I guess. I mean, I don't know. There's another theory video behind that. Um, so yeah, an official Fox statement on Alien 3. Uh, you know, Deadpool calls her, a Ripley or whatever, and she's like, dude, you're old and shit. It's like, not really. Um, yeah, Deadpool addresses the movie's limitations, as I said before, all the money problems, and there's only two X-Men in this fucking mansion. Let's see, next up. X literally gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. And there's an X here. Mr. Pool's logo. So where is it? Okay, so yeah, so Deadpool calls his favorite taxi driver, and the taxi driver has the Deadpool insignia every time Deadpool calls, which is pretty funny. And he calls him Mr. Pool on the phone, but as a classic Deadpool circle logo, as it says here, chimichangas. Deadpool, what the hell are you gonna expect? You don't love a good chimichanga. Let's see, superhero landing. We saw this in the trailers as well. So yeah, but superhero landings, bad for the knees. Okay, Negasonic Team. This is actually a pretty important one. The fact that she's wearing the classic X-Men colors. First off, she looks pretty hot to be honest. She looks pretty hot to be honest. But yeah, the fact that she's wearing the classic colors proves that there is some potential for the classic colors X-Men costume to be part of this world. So, Bob, Agent of Hydra, so when he's beating up all these guards right before he gets to Ajax and Gina Carano, he's beating up all these like these agents, these not these, I guess, guards, and one of them turns out to be Agent Bob, Agent Bob from Florida. And there's a character called Agent Bob of Hydra or something, like, or Hydra Agent Bob or something. So they kind of like, yo, pretty interesting. Copycat Damsel in Distress. We kind of saw this in the trailer as well, where she says that she's played many roles, but a damsel in distress isn't one, and it alludes to her character of Copycat, where she can, I guess it's kind of like similar. I don't know that much about that character, but I guess it's similar to Mystique in how she could appear similar to someone, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, what the hell just happened? No, oh. Did I click something? I don't care about you. Let's see. Those. This one's pretty good. Those 4 or 5 moments in time where you want to be a hero. So these 4 or 5 moments are Blade, Green Lantern, Deadpool, and R.I.P.D. The fifth one, the actual Deadpool movie, X-Men Origins. So yeah, Deadpool's future with the X-Men is kept purposely vague because he's more of an anti-hero. So like he's teamed up with the X-Men, but he's never really become one of the X-Men. Beast shitting on Deadpool's lawn, just referencing Beast. And I think there was actually a not a subplot, but there's a small comic ish like situation with that in the comics as well, where he's shitting on people's lawns or something like that. I'm not really sure. Um, your friendly neighborhood pool guy, also known as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Um, looks up. So yeah, I'm almost done. I hope. The end credit cartoons, uh, basically just go run down. Deadpool playing sax, mimicking the music being played. Deadpool Spidey mashup, web singing interview. Deadpool trying to go at a urinal where one of the hearts from his vision earlier watches. Deadpool dancing along the music, then getting out a lighter to wave along. And during the cast scene, Deadpool is getting increasingly aroused over the hotness of An Ascending Order, Ryan Reynolds, Marina Baccarin, and Ned Grant. And finally, Deadpool riding a unicorn, which grinds its horns against Unicron's name before shooting out rainbows. No, then farting money and riding off. So basically, jerking off the unicorn. The curtain call. What's this? Curtain call, just the actual Deadpool name. Thanks with tongue to the creators. The Deadpool movie only exists thanks to the passion of so many people, but it would be all for nothing without the hard work of creator Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nasizi. And so, at the very end credit, there's a part where he says, "In special thanks with tongue." So like that. That's actually interesting. And then probably the biggest one or biggest is the post-credit scenes. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Cable, and the MCU. Again, Deadpool's post-credit scene is a thing of beauty. Ostensibly, it's a pastiche of the stinger from fellow fourth wall breaker Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But he also finds the time to poke fun at the whole convention of superheroes showing clues for later movies after most people have left the cinema. The first reference, the now confirmed sequel, and then Mark Zarman having Sam Jackson pop in, lovely. And then who is gonna play Cable, which is another video I'm gonna be doing Cable. Just a few big guys, Mel Gibson, Dolph Lundgren, Keira Knightley, take your pick. Actually, I would love to see Dolph Lundgren as Cable. I think that's a perfect choice. Mel Gibson, I don't really see it. Keira Knightley, I could see Keira Knightley, not really. But I could see Dolph Lundgren, to be honest. Lundgren, yeah. So that's basically it. That's basically all the Deadpool references, Easter eggs, everything. Sorry if this video went on a little bit too long. Sorry if it kind of lagged from time to time. I will leave a link down below for those who want to check out the article in full, in greater detail. I'll leave a link to the very first page from where we began. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. What are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. I'll leave an annotation somewhere here. For those who want to check out the review of Deadpool. And eventually I will be doing a video on discussing who should play Cable. Just my quick picks. I guess Dolph Lundgren will be like my best pick in my opinion. But then you have people like Stephen Lang, which is I guess a pretty decent choice. Mel Gibson, I guess. Mel Gibson, I guess. John Hamm, I've heard his name tossed around, I guess. I don't know. I need to look more into that. But I think my perfect choice would be Dolph Lundgren. Lundgren. I need to pronounce his name though. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry if it went on a little bit longer than it normally does. And yeah, again, like the video, comment down below your thoughts on Deadpool as a whole, and subscribe. And yeah, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.